Welcome back to Trading Hour. Well, let's now shift our focus to NCC. In November, the company secured a letter of acceptance for EPC work in execution of a portion of the Ken-Betwa Link Project. In Q2 FY25, they saw their revenue surge 10%, while EBITDA grew nearly 46% on a year-on-year basis. To discuss this and more, we have Neerad Sharma, the head of strategy at NCC, joining us now. Good afternoon, Mr. Sharma. Good morning, Mr. Sharma. Still have 10 minutes to go for afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. First up, take us through this particular project itself. What is the kind of opportunity that you're seeing from this particular link project, and what more is in the pipeline as far as river linking is concerned?
Very good morning. Pleased to be on your show. This project is a very ambitious part of, the project that the country has been talking about for, more than about a decade now. What this whole scheme attempts to do is to, connect the areas where the water is, maybe could be lead to some flooding, excess water supply, to the areas where water continues to be a very scarce commodity. So as we speak, across the length and breadth of the country, there are parts in which you get a lot of floods, seasonal floods in a couple of months, and there are parts of the country that continues to be water deficient for several months. So what this scheme intends to do is to bridge this gap, between. Coming back to this scheme, this is the first package that has been announced for interlinking these two rivers, that is Ken River with the Betwa River. The value of the project is about 3,389 crore, and this project is required to be completed in 6 years' time.
Right. Okay. Mr. Sharma, do hold on with us, because there's an exciting launch that is happening from the Bajaj front as well, the Bajaj Chetak electric scooter. It more in terms of this project for years, Mr. Sharma. Margin profile, how does that also shape up? You gave us, how this project will work out for the company. What are we watching out for in terms of margin profile versus the other projects? What could you give us an indication in terms of that?
Margin is a little difficult, to predict at this point of time. As I have brought to your attention, this project has just been awarded, and this project is something that runs into 6 years' time. So, give us some time. We have just been awarded the project. We have to now prepare a detailed project report. There is a lot of planning. There are a lot of clearances, permissions, which are required from the different government bodies. Once we, start the project, once we, make some progress, I think that would be the right time to talk about the possible margins. Possibly it's too early and premature to talk about the margin that we will, end up with after 6 years.
Sharma, I just want to interrupt you there. At the end of Q2, the order inflow that you saw in Q2 was 4,670 crore. The order book was a little over 52,370 crore. Post Q2, which are the projects that you've been awarded? So what has been the order inflow so far in Q3? Where does your order book stand currently? And what are the orders in which you are at the L1 position?
Firstly, as we speak, we have already bagged projects close to 12,000 crore. And I also take this opportunity to share with you the fact that at the start of this financial year, we had shared one order inflow target with the street, which is a band this time, 20,000 to 22,000 crore. And we have already achieved about 55 to 60% of this lower band. So we are on our way to really achieve this order inflow target that we have shared with the street. Now talking about the second part of your question was about L1. We have L1 projects close to about 9,000 crore.
Okay, so L1, you are close to 9,000 crore. You've already achieved close to 60% of your targeted. So now, as we are standing at the cusp of the end of Q3, just around a quarter to go, what is the kind of order prospect pipeline that you are seeing? Which are the orders that are coming up for tendering? And typically, what is your win rate? So that will give us an indication whether you will be able to go ahead and beat the order inflow guidance.
There are a lot of projects, we have 4 large divisions, which is buildings, transportation, electrical, T&D, and water division. The order book that you just talked about, that is, 52,370 odd crore. About 90%, comes from these 4 large divisions, and we expect this trend to continue. So most of the irrigation, I have already shared with you the project that we have bagged. Possibly we might get a few projects in the railway, but these 4 large divisions are the ones which are going to contribute to the order inflow guidance that we have shared with the street, and we are reasonably confident and optimistic to achieve the order inflow guidance that we have shared with you.
Okay, Mr. Sharma, thank you so much, for joining in with us and talking to us about the company, the outlook of the company going forward. It was a pleasure having you on the show, as always. But with that, we are absolutely out of time on this edition of Trading Hour on CNBC TV 18. Thank you so much for tuning in. But up next, we have Halftime Report after the break.